Hello guys, this is Praveen Kumar. Today I will going to explain about project life cycle and the small differences between project life cycle and product life cycle. Let us see the introduction part. There are many different types of projects, but interestingly, they all have one thing in common. They all go through the same cycle known as project life cycle or project management life cycle. Let us see what is project life cycle or project management life cycle. The project life cycle is made up of 5 project stages. First one is initiation and second one is planning, third one is execution, fourth one is monitoring and control, and the last one is closing of a project. Each of these phases is necessary for the effective delivery of the project. Here it is the flowchart of the project life cycle. First one is initiation and next planning, next execution, next monitoring and control, and the last one is closing. Let us see one by one. And the 5 project life cycle phases. Here is a general description of the phases that make up the project life cycle and what can you do in each for successful project delivery. For example, you will need to produce important project document at each step in the process. First one is project initiation phase, second one is project planning phase, and third one is project execution phase, fourth one is project monitoring and controlling phase, and last one is project closing phase. First one is initiation phase. The initiation phase of the project lifecycle consists of two separate processes, the project character and a stakeholder register. This phase is to determine the vision for your project document, what you have to accomplish through a business case, and a secure approvals from a sanctioning stakeholder. The key components of the project character include business case, project scope, deliverables, objects, and resources needed, milestone plan and timeline, cost estimate, risks and issues. The next phase is planning phase. In planning phase, during the planning phase, it is important that first thing to do is outline and define the reason for the project by answering the following questions. What exactly are we going to do? How are we going to do it? And when we are going to do it? And how will we know when we are done? These questions are in planning phase. As a part of the planning phase, you will need to work with the team to put the full infrastructure in place and delegate certain tasks. This plan should include project management plan, project scope, work breakdown structure, resource plan, and budget estimation. The next phase is execution phase. The executing phase should involve the following vital parts: team development, stakeholder engagement, quality assurance, communications, client management. This phase is where the magic happens. Most of the budget is allocated and most of the project deliverables are produced. You take your project plan and put into action, whether that takes weeks, months, or even years also. And the next phase is monitoring and controlling of a project. When in the monitoring and controlling phase, you will need to make sure that you can keep an eye on the overall progress of the project as well as individual aspects. You will always need to stay vigilant and keep up to speed with tracking and reporting with the team, so you are aware of any potential problems before they get out of hand. It is also worth having another member of the project team to act as another quality controller or reporter. They can help you keep track of everything in their team and have regular meetings to update on all aspects so everyone is keep on track. And the next phase is the last phase, conclusion phase, closing phase. The final phase of the project life cycle is the closing phase. It is more than simply checking off the project as done and closing the project down. It's essential to formally close the project and secure a sign off or approval from the customer, stakeholders, and our project sponsor. Let us see the differences between project lifecycle and product lifecycle. In project lifecycle is shorter and has an endpoint, but in product lifecycle may have one or more projects. In project lifecycle, the phases are repeated. That means it can repeat again and again. But in product lifecycle, phases overlap and phases are generally only seen once only. In project life cycle, we are seeing the phases are initiation, plan, execution, control or monitoring, and close of the project. But in product life cycle, we are seeing the phases are develop, introduce, grow, mature, and decline. And thank you guys. Thank you guys.